Okay, so today I'm super excited to talk about this beautiful listing in Farmington, Utah. As you can tell, it has spectacular views and it's a gorgeous house. But what I really wanted to do, because it's really hard to like list features and try and get people to see, details about a house, I thought it'd be fun to talk to Mike, who is the son of the owners, but he spends a lot of time there. So I'm just going to ask Mike some questions and he's going to help us get to know this home and what his parents and he himself and his family loved about this home. So thank you, Mike, for answering questions today.
You bet.
And I guess the first question I want to know is like, what made your family, your parents love this home so much?
I think the biggest thing was the location. Um, my dad's an avid golfer, and it's really close to Oak Ridge Country Club there, and so he can get to the golf course in a few minutes. So that's his biggest thing. But really, they like being close to like freeway access, but not being too close. So it feels secluded. It's not by any busy roads itself, but it's really quick and easy to get out if you want to head up to Layton or go down to Salt Lake. So I think they like that. And then close to family, like we're just a couple minutes away. So that was probably one of the biggest things. And then just the way the house was set up for gathering and whatnot. But location definitely was big. They were in Centerville before, and Centerville just started to get really busy, really congested. And before that they were in Bountiful, and that got really busy. And the nice thing about Farmington, Kaysville area is it's kind of like, Bountiful used to be and Centerville used to be before it got really busy. So it's clean, it's a new building, but not the congestion that you see a lot in those other towns.
Yeah, and I would say like 20 minutes from downtown
Yeah.
without high traffic. I mean, it's a hop, skip, and away, right?
Yeah.
So
15 minutes, I think.
yeah.
It's really close. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to be in the middle of all the hubbub, you can you're still close enough that you can jump in and so close to the mountains. Like if people hike and bike and want to do mountain activities, you're right there too. A lot of
Yeah.
options that way. So I love that. Well, what about like if you had to describe the feeling of the home, what would you say is the feeling of the home?
I think open and clean is a probably a big part of it just because I think there's a lot of storage. You've got the butler's pantry, for example, that huge garage and a lot of storage even down the basement. So there's not a lot of clutter, right? And even though we've got a lot of family that comes over and when we get together, it doesn't feel crowded. There's a lot of space. So I think that's probably the biggest thing. As far as the feels, it's just open, spacious, clean. Um, and it's a nice home, but it doesn't feel like you're in a museum. It's a homey family home.
Yeah, lots of light, beautiful shutters,
High
bay
high
walls.
ceilings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you've got all the warm and cozy gathering space, but also spaciousness as well.
Yeah.
What about like memories? Like what memories will you have of life lived in this house?
Probably the biggest thing would be just the get-togethers, right? So we are over there every Sunday almost for a big family dinner. Birthdays, we get together, holidays, every chance we get, it seems like we're getting together there to eat food and you get all the little kids. You can see the big island right there. It seats so many that all the kids get up and sit around that and the adults off there to the side on the dining table and all of us can fit in there all at once and so it's just really nice to get together for whatever event it may be and eat and be together. The back door goes out to that covered patio, so usually I'm getting there early and my dad's out grilling or smoking something or whatever, cooking out there. And it's awesome. We can just work out there on the covered deck and everybody else is inside kind of watching TV or you know talking around that open area there. And it's just a great place to get together and gather. I think that's probably the biggest memories is just all the times we spent together there.
Yeah, well, and the gorgeous views. I mean, I think in Utah we take it for granted, but while you're
Yeah.
grilling, like the mountains are right there. Like they're majestic and they're just right there. And your dad is like very particular. The yard is gorgeous as well. And it's nice that it's west facing. So that
Yeah.
helps, as you're getting together and doing all those things.
Yeah,
Um,
when we're there in the evenings, it's all shade back there. And so you got, my brother brings his dog and running around the backyard back there with the kids playing, but they've also put in these garden boxes, and my daughter just loves strawberries and peas or whatever that they've got growing out there, blackberries, and they grow so well back there. I don't know what it is. So they just bring bowls of that in. And I just remember them going out there picking tons of the strawberries or the peas and just, watching the kids play with the dog back there. Yeah, it's a great little backyard.
yeah, grown with love. That's what I say. A little bit of love and that dirt.
Yeah.
So if kitchens could talk, like what's a story that this kitchen would tell?
Uh Probably, all of the Christmases that, we would come in every after our families would do our own Christmas thing at our own homes. We'd gather there again at my parents for Christmas breakfast, and uh, you know kids come running in there all excited for another Christmas morning at Grandma and Grandpa's house. But yeah, just everybody spending time together, good food. And just being together. I think that's the biggest thing is just how many times we spent some special event there, whether it was a holiday or a birthday or whatnot together. And that's the main reason that they moved into this house and kind of set it up for that, is to get everyone together and have a gathering place that wasn't so cramped like their previous home. It was hard to get everybody together in.
Yeah, it's so nice. Your parents are very warm and loving. You can feel their personality in the house. So I know it's going to I think like attracts like. So it's going to be fun to see who gets to own this home next. How would you describe the neighborhood or like the neighbors, like if you had to tell someone what to expect from the area?
It's in a real unique area right there where I think it's got a good mix of old and young, right? And as I drive through there, I see, kids on bikes, but I also see adults walking around, people out in their yard. I have another good friend that lives a few houses down that I've known since high school that just loves the neighborhood as well. He's obviously my age, and so there's I think there's a good broad range of individuals there, and then the people are just so nice. Like I've many times gone over there where my parents have asked, "Hey, can you go take the garbage cans in for us while we're out of town?" And I'll get over there and they're already in. The neighbors just do it, and they didn't even ask them. And same with like uh, shoveling the snow in the winter or something. It's always a race to see who can get it done first. So they're just really, really kind, good mix of age groups. But I think that another big thing is it's just clean, right? Like it's well kept. It's not one of those neighborhoods where you've got some eyesores here and there mixed throughout the neighborhood. Everybody takes really good care of their yards and not a lot of clutter, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it is beautiful. I mean, it feels really peaceful, like driving into the neighborhood. I love that. Like and it is kind of tucked away. It's a great little spot.
I
Um,
think the fact that it's not really like a through street to go anywhere, right? It's kind of that like corner piece of land where there's no busy streets going in or out of it, and it's not a real big development. And so you just don't have a lot of traffic. So I think that just makes it a lot more quiet.
yeah, I love it. And this is a little bit of repeat, but what kind of lifestyle does this home support? Like, and who do you think will love it next? Like, who's this going to invite?
I mean, obviously, I think it's people that want to entertain or have get-togethers, get, family there or friends. It's just set up perfect for that. And it's easy to cook out on the deck, or because they've got the nicer appliances like the Wolf stove with that big hood, you can produce a lot of food really fast and easy and not feel like it's a mess, right? You've got that butler's pantry so you can keep a lot of the appliances in there in the back and out of sight. And so it just feels open and it doesn't seem like you're entertaining in your prep kitchen, you know? So I think people that like to entertain or like to have gatherings, I think that's a big one. I know for my dad, because of the garage being so big, he's been able to have a workshop in the back. But also like he's got his boat back there, right? Or a small boat that we take fishing. And so, you know, if you do any kind of sports, because it's a four-car garage, you've got your normal places for your vehicles, but then you've got a place for, you know, some toys as well. So, you know, if they like to do outdoor recreation or whatever, and maybe they've got an ATV or two or three or four, they can easily fit them in there with their cars. And so yeah, I think it would fit a broad you know, spectrum of different lifestyles, but I would say overwhelmingly the biggest thing would be just people that like to have space to get together and have family or friends over, I think is a big one.
I love it. Thank you so, so much for your time today and sharing a little piece of your home and your heart with me. And
You bet.
obviously, I hope this will get the word out to some people who can then take the opportunity to ask more questions. So, yeah,
Yeah.
this is, and thank you, thank you. Thank you for letting me be the one to help you get this home sold. And I can't wait to see the buyer that matches with this home because homes and buyers match. So it'll be a pretty cool scenario. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a great house for them. They love it. I think honestly, I think the only reason they're moving is because my dad wanted a golf simulator.
Well, and I think, yeah, he added a couple other fun features to his new house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah. Well, yeah, it's lovely. And I can't wait to see who it attracts. So thanks.